Okay, so it's late in the day, the pressure's on, and you need a PCT national phase budget that's basically bulletproof. We're going to build a number you can send off with total confidence and get it done right now before you even think about clocking out.
You know this email. You've gotten it 100 times. The subject line just says budget, and the body is just a list of countries, followed by that dreaded acronym, EOD. It's that familiar jolt of pressure, right? The classic Friday afternoon scramble in the patent world.
And look, it feels hard for a reason. You're trying to juggle deadlines, costs that are totally opaque, and some pretty big strategic decisions. But here's the thing, that complexity, it's kind of an illusion. There's a surprisingly simple way to cut right through all this noise and land on a number you can actually trust. So let's walk through that framework.
Yeah, we call this the Friday afternoon problem. For starters, you've got that 30 or 31-month clock, and it is non-negotiable. Then you have translation costs for places like Japan, Korea, and China, which are just this huge, mysterious variable. And on top of all that, you're at a strategic fork in the road. Do you go for the broad European patent or a direct UK filing? Every single choice here has a major impact on the budget. The solution is to stop guessing. We're going to price this by its actual drivers, not just by vibes. And that simple shift in mindset, it brings immediate clarity. You know, all that complexity you're feeling, it really just boils down to 3 and only 3 core components. That's it. Every single national phase budget is built on these 3 pillars. You've got official fees from the patent office, you've got your local counsel costs in each country, and then you have translation. That's the whole game. Once you understand these 3, you're not reacting to chaos anymore, you're organizing it. Now, take a look at how this spend is actually distributed. Translation isn't just a slice of the pie. In many cases, it is the pie. In a typical non-English filing, it can easily be over half of your initial outlay. This tells us something huge. Translation isn't just another line item, it's the single biggest lever you can pull to control your budget. And let me just put a fine point on this, because it's so important. We're talking 30 to 60% of your upfront costs tied directly to one thing, the words on a page. This is not a minor detail, it is the absolute center of gravity for your budget. And you know what? It's the place where you have the most power. So, if translation is that center of gravity, how do you actually control it? Well, this is where you take back the driver's seat. You've got 2 incredibly powerful levers to pull that will immediately and directly impact your bottom line. Let's look at the first one.
I love this metaphor. Translation is like a moving truck. You're paying by the box. So why on earth would you pack things you know you're just going to throw away later? It makes no sense, right? Every redundant word, every unnecessary page you send out for translation costs real money. The easiest cost to save is the one you never spend in the first place.
So before that document goes anywhere, you trim the fat, get your claims down to around 20, chop out that redundant background text that nobody needs, shorten up those long figure captions. This isn't just about cutting your translation bill either. This one simple step also helps you dodge expensive excess page fees down the road. Okay, so that was lever number 1, trimming. The second one is less about what you cut and more about making one single strategic decision. And it's a choice that, honestly, a lot of people make on autopilot without even realizing the massive budget implications. The choice is this: the European Patent Office, or EP, versus a direct UK filing, or GB. And the critical mistake so many people make is doing both by default. Here's the rule. Choose EP for broad coverage across 3 or more European countries. Choose GB for a fast, lean, UK-only patent with 0 upfront translation cost. You have to make a conscious choice. And, this is key, write down your reasoning. All right, we've got our framework. We have our 2 strategic levers. Now let's turn all that strategy into the actual number your CFO can sign off on. This is where we get tactical and build the budget, step by step. First things first, lock in your deadlines. These are the facts of life. It's 30 months for the US, China, and Japan. It's 31 for the EP, UK, and Korea. Know these dates cold. And hey, while some places have these late entry safety valves, a defensible budget is never built on the hope of using an emergency exit. Next up, let's just eliminate the stress of document management. You know how it is. Things like a power of attorney or a declaration, they're often due at different times. Guesswork here just leads to last-minute panic and rush fees. A simple, clear system will save you so much time and money. And, you know, it can be as simple as building the timing right into the file name. Is it due at filing, on request, before grant? A clear naming convention like this means anyone on your team can see the status with just a glance. No more frantic searching through old email chains. We are almost there. We have our cost structure, we've got our strategic levers, and we have an organized timeline. But there's one final piece we need to add, and this is the part that will keep your budget from completely falling apart 6 months from now.
Add a 12% buffer for foreign exchange fluctuations. That's it. Currencies are totally unpredictable. A sudden shift can blow a huge hole in a perfectly good budget. This simple 12% cushion makes your number resilient. But more importantly, it shows the finance team you've anticipated risk. And that is the key to getting a fast approval.
Okay, let's put it all together. We've gone from that high-stress email to a clear, actionable plan. Here is the final checklist that's going to take you from strategy to a sent email in under 15 minutes.
But first, let's be crystal clear about the most common mistakes. Do not, I repeat, do not default to filing in both the EP and GB. Make a strategic choice. Do not build your plan around those late entry provisions. They are emergency hatches, not a strategy. And absolutely, do not skip the pre-translation trim. Remember, the cheapest words are the ones you never have to translate.
So here it is, your 15-minute plan. Step 1. Lock in those 30 and 31-month due dates. Step 2. Pick either EP or GB and jot down why. Step 3. Trim your application and freeze that page count. Step 4. Create a separate clear line item just for translation costs. Step 5. Apply that 12% FX buffer. And finally, Step 6. Send the budget with one clear sentence stating your core assumptions. It's really that simple. You're done.
Just remember, when that clock is ticking loud and the pressure is on, a simple, quiet, defensible plan is always going to beat a complicated, clever one. You have the framework, you have the tools, you're ready. Now go build that budget.